We often turn to stories for escape, but what if certain stories are actually designed to help us heal? This is narrative repair, a therapeutic concept where stories help our brains reassemble fragmented memories from trauma. Fiction acts as a safe simulator for our emotions, letting us process difficult feelings without being overwhelmed. When this narrative power is combined with the specific tenets of Christian faith, it creates a unique tool for mental healing. We will show how this works, from the core principles of faith to the psychology of reading and how they merge for healing. So, what are these core faith principles that make such a difference? It starts with the fundamental human need for meaning. First, an identity grounded not in performance, but in unconditional love. This counters self-referential anxiety and builds worth. Second, a framework for genuine forgiveness of self and others. This provides a path to release destructive emotions like guilt. And third, a profound sense of hope that builds resilience. Studies show that hope is inversely correlated with depression. These pillars, purpose, identity, forgiveness, and hope, create a powerful foundation for well-being that these stories reinforce. But how does a story actually transmit these ideas to our minds and hearts? The answer is in the universal psychology of reading. Reading fiction is like a workout for your empathy muscles. By entering a character's mind, we practice understanding new perspectives. Our brains don't strongly distinguish between reading about an experience and living it. A character's trial fires our own emotional circuits. Why does this matter for healing? By seeing flawed characters treated with grace, we learn to have empathy for ourselves, breaking isolation. Beyond empathy, fiction teaches emotional regulation. We observe how characters manage complex feelings, learning strategies for our own lives. Finally, stories ignite our imagination, which is necessary for faith. It allows us to conceive of realities beyond what we currently see. So we have the theology and the psychology. How does this look in practice? It comes alive through relatable, flawed characters. Effective Christian fiction doesn't feature perfect people. It features authentic characters who struggle, doubt, and fail, just like us. Through these characters, we see spiritual coping mechanisms in action. They wrestle in prayer and learn to trust when it's hard. These stories tackle the problem of suffering head-on, showing characters who find meaning in their pain, transforming it into strength. This individual experience is magnified in community. Book clubs and discussions create belonging and mutual support for mental health. But let's address a difficult question. What happens when a person's struggles are tangled up with their faith, or even caused by it? This is where the modern evolution of Christian communities is so important. There is a growing openness, breaking down old stigmas. Today's Christian fiction reflects this. It is not afraid to portray characters who feel angry at God, giving readers permission to feel too. This aligns with a holistic view of humanity. Mind, body, and spirit are interconnected. Healing is not just spiritual or psychological. It's both. So, let's connect all these pieces. What is the ultimate combined power we've been describing? We have the powerful psychological mechanisms of storytelling, empathy building, emotional regulation, and imagination. And we have the profound theological truths of Christian faith, purpose, forgiveness, identity, and hope. This fiction is where they converge. Remember narrative repair from the beginning? Christian fiction does more than just repair the narrative. It re-enchants it. It frames your personal story within a larger cosmic story of redemption. Pain is not erased, but it can be transformed. This is not a replacement for therapy, but a powerful, accessible companion on the path to wellness. It is a tool for the mind and spirit. We've seen how Christian fiction uses theology and psychology to provide a safe space to process trauma, build empathy, and find hope. Recognizing this profound need, ChristShare was created as a platform dedicated to curating fiction for mental and emotional healing. If you are seeking new ways to support your emotional well-being, you can look into this resource to find stories that meet you where you are. Your story isn't over, and perhaps a different kind of story can help you write the next chapter.